Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, guys. I see Tony Jehu. I see, my God, Jehar.
Morning.
Dishi. I'm at Troutbeck. I'm sorry. I'm on a site inspection right now. At a hotel. Jeffy, you better take over. I'm going to ruin the whole call.
Oh, all right. We're still admitting more participants. Welcome, everybody. We'll get started in just a minute here.
Bonjour, Evelyn.
We're on West Coast time, so, a couple minutes delayed, Relax. I didn't know, I was actually going to do it like this because I thought it was the West Coast.
And I'm live at Troutbeck right now. I'm doing a lunch with some advisors today. Now they're gone, but they're going to go on the tour. And I'm going to sit here with you guys. And when they come back, they'll join the party.
It's like you got a babysitter while you're...
And there's Corky and Audrey and Evelyn. I mean, Shelby, Eileen. I get so excited. There's Katie.
West Coasters. I love it.
What's that?
I said some West Coasters.
I know, I can't see everybody. That's the problem. I see
Annie.
Sydney and Ken's iPhone and Seta's iPad and Annie. And somebody's connecting to audio. I can't see yet. Oh, there we are. Yeah.
There we go.
Anyhow.
Yeah, you can scroll. All right. Well, we can go ahead and get started, and then if people want to join later, they'll join later. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for taking the time to be with us this morning. So West Coast Zoom today with some of our partners out west. Inspired by my move out west, we thought we should do something to commemorate.
He's deserted me. I'm all alone here on the East Coast.
Went as far away as possible in the United States, not Hawaii. So,
he tried to go overseas, but he couldn't.
I did. Couldn't leave the country, but I tried. So welcome, everybody. So we have Zena from Cavallo Point with us today. We have Julian and Patrick from Proper. They're live at Proper Santa Monica. We have Angel from Sunset Tower Hotel, and we have Blair from the Inn at Newport Ranch today. So, and we may have a special appearance to be determined from one of our other partners here today.
Give you a hint, it's Lake Tahoe.
It's Lake Tahoe. We apparently picked a very popular week to be doing this. So this is like the new making sure your road shows don't overlap is making sure your Zoom calls don't overlap.
I got a new haircut for you guys. You see the cool line? Trying to, keep it fresh.
Wait, oh, it's inspired by Tim Tebow, right?
Yes, exactly. He's on the West Coast now, I think. But anyhow.
Yeah, so it's fresh. All right, well, so welcome everybody. And so, first and foremost, guys, we'll just kind of go around and, what have you been up to? What's new in your life? Tell us what's going on in your worlds. Any exciting updates and news? Julian and Patrick, we'll start with you guys.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So what's new in Santa Monica? The sun is always shining. The weather is beautiful. Like, we're getting ready for the winter. It's a bit colder. The hotel is fully in operations. We have a gorgeous rooftop surrounded by greens and plants and palm trees. The swimming pool is heated, and we're just ready to go.
You've almost said it all, Julian. The only thing I have to add is got a little bored over COVID and decided to get married.
Get that.
There we go.
Right.
Mazel tov.
And in true West Coast tradition, your photos, they're like modelicious. You guys look great. Love the photos. Thank
And
you.
don't be surprised by the accents. They really are in Santa Monica. You know, it sounds like maybe France and
Yeah,
is it
so we got
Germany?
French and German here. For some reason, there's more
Hey, I'm a
foreign.
quarter French and I'm a quarter German. Anyhow,
It's a very international destination. There we go. Angel, what's new with you?
So with us, well, I'm Angel with the Sunset Tower Hotel. If you're not familiar, we're a historical 81-room property in West Hollywood. We say West Hollywood is the heart of Los Angeles. So if there's any, when traveling to Los Angeles, I would definitely say West Hollywood is your spot to be in LA. We've never closed. We've been open the whole time. So it actually got us a little advantage to be prepared for all the COVID regulations. So everything has been, you know, up to par with the whole government regulations. Our restaurant is open, which is the outdoor pool area connected to the terrace, and the gym. The really nice thing about the hotel is that we have a 5,000 square feet gym. So the outdoor terrace part is open. That actually used to be John Wayne's old apartment back in the day. So a really nice history attached to that. The Tower Bar used to be Bugsy Siegel and Howard Hughes' old apartment back in the day as well. So just the glamorous history that you have attached to the hotel, you really can't, you know, beat that whole sexiness and the cheek of when you're walking into the hotel. On the personal note,
and that's what we're interested in, Angel. We've seen your travels. We want to hear about you guys.
Oh, on the personal note, for the past few months, I've explored some hiking trails here in LA. So there's a lot to explore with my little dog, AJ, who's become a professional hiker. And in addition to that, we've also been in a Peloton group with some advisors and hotel colleagues. It's been very, very fun, very competitive. And then a picnic. We've done picnics every Saturday with friends since April. So a lot has been going on to stay focused and sane during these you know, unpredictable times. But that's pretty much it, what I've done in the past few months during this time.
Great.
All right. Oh, and actually, Tim is here from Edgewood, so we're gonna.
Oh my God, where is he? Oh, there he is.
Sorry, I'm like kind of doing double duty here today because I've got the Preferred Hotels Midwest Roadshow and East Coast I'm doing, and I'm in between presentations there. So quick little here. I thought I'd dress the part today, so got my ski gear with my hooded sweatshirt, my Edgewood Tahoe beanie, and about almost 2 feet of snow on the ground here. So
Love it.
we are gearing up. The ski season starts in literally 9 days. We have opening day at Heavenly. We're just getting all the information together from the ski resorts as far as their updated COVID processes. There's basically going to be reservations required. So hint, plug for Alpine Adventures right now. I'm suggesting for anybody who is booking a ski vacation or holiday this winter to buy a season pass. They can get you commission on that pass too. Yes, email me, hi@JMAK. But definitely book a season pass, because if you buy a pass for 5 days, it's going to pay off for you for the season, and it's going to guarantee that you're going to have the best access to getting that reservation to get on the ski slopes. And then at Edgewood, we've got some exciting news. We're going to be doing a guided snowshoe tour this winter, starting over Thanksgiving weekend throughout the winter holidays to a new Champagne chalet. And that's going to, we're partnering with Vouv this winter on that, as well as all guests are receiving complimentary glass of Vouv at check-in now, as well as our new ice skating rink at Edgewood that'll be open for 3 skating sessions a night. So lots of new stuff. So go check out edgewoodtahoe.com for all the resort activities coming for festive. We still have some availability for festive and Thanksgiving, but it's starting to tighten up.
And I'm going there with my parents for Christmas, and while we don't ski, I think we're going to spend most of the time in the Veuve Clicquot chalet. I feel like that is our destiny, so we're really excited.
I can definitely picture you enjoying that area, and you'll be walking distance from the hotel as well. So, anyways, and I'll be taking a red eye actually, just so I can say hello to you guys, you and your family. So, I actually went to the team red eye to go see family in Michigan. So,
we'll have a glass of Veuve waiting for you.
Wish me luck. We'll have like 24 hours on it before I leave. So,
And last but not least, we need to get to the ladies. Or
Yeah,
is it supposed to be ladies
absolutely.
first? Yeah.
No, being weird. I know.
I think, should we start with Blair first? Because I want to intro my old pal Zena after.
We have to unmute Blair. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I'm unmuted now. Hey, everybody. What a pleasure to see everybody. I represent the Inn at Newport Ranch. I'm the GM up there, where we have 2,100 acres of a private timber preserve and working cattle ranch with a 10-unit luxury inn. Right on the coast, we have 1.5 miles of coastline. We can socially distance like nobody. We were kind of born for this moment. We are open, fully operational, lots of COVID protocols. We clean all our rooms 3 times. It's all insane. But we're really lucky to be in a very COVID-free environment up here on the coast. Probably
I've
the
seen
biggest
some happy
news.
cows
What?
running around.
Yeah, we have we run
around.
about 350, 400 head of cattle just because I was almost bored. Probably our biggest news is our new chef, which is fantastic. I was very patient in finding this gentleman, and he hails from Per Se and Saison and is really excited about doing an elevated ranch cuisine, and it's just phenomenal. And he's it's really exciting to take this pause in.
Oh, by the way, Margot Kong loves the Inn at Newport Ranch. She just messaged that now.
And we love Margot. Yeah, so we're doing all sorts of things. We are busy. We're finding a lot of our bookings are more last minute. So that's interesting. It's always kind of a evolving logic puzzle instead of things in place, in a neat and tidy fashion. But we're thrilled with the business, and we're thrilled with what we can offer in this time. What else do we have going on? Because we have, such diverse climates, we're doing really fun things, a lot of picnic tours, a lot of, foraging. We have our own mushroom farm and we have our own beehives. And so, some of our guests are really having fun taking advantage of that and, inoculating their own alder logs and taking their party favors of their own mushroom logs home. So we're doing a lot of outside things, and, we're fortunate that the weather's holding. And then, we'll segue into storm packages, which is a pretty exciting place to, be up on the North Coast during storm season.
What about you, Blair? We want to know more about you.
Oh, me. I have the privilege of having my 2 college children home with me, which I did not ever see coming, but we're all living together pretty copacetically, but it was a little jarring, I'm not going to lie.
Do they cook for you?
They're learning. There was that, regression to middle school selves. Like after I get home from 10 hours, like, what's for dinner, Mom? I was like, I don't know.
What did you make me?
But luckily they're cool people, but it's an interesting moment in time for sure. But, and then, again, I'm really lucky to live, in such an outdoor place, in Mendocino. So I haven't been, too boxed in as far as COVID goes. I can get outdoors and get some fresh air pretty easily. And that's been a mind and a lifesaver for sure.
And you guys weren't affected by the fires at all up there, I imagine.
No, we had 1 day of smoke. The prevailing winds off the ocean really protect us, but inland is just, as we all know, just really a horror show and profoundly sad, as a lot of families and iconic properties, were affected and homes decimated, and it's crazy. It is a crazy moment in time. So
what a crazy year.
Holy crap.
Well, it's December, so we're almost over.
Yep. And, we've had some good news recently, I believe. So.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Blair. Now,
thank you.
We're going down Yellow Brick Road. Now, Zena Fakori, we call her ZFAC, and I go way back, even before Cavallo Point. Cavallo Point, just so you all know, was the first property with J.MAK. So it holds a special place in my heart, as do all the rest of you. Don't worry, don't get all hysterical that Cavallo's getting all the attention, but it was the first J.MAK property. It's where it all began. And if you notice from all the branding with J.MAK, you'll always see kind of Cavallo Point in the background, because I pay homage to it, you know, since the early days. But Zena and I mean, I was a PBX operator at the Park Hyatt San Francisco. Good morning, Park Hyatt. This is John at your service. That's what I used to say on the graveyard shift. And Zena, what were you doing at that day?
I was an assistant for a couple sales managers at the Hyatt Regency, San Francisco.
Yeah, so this was what, 1879, I think, when Zena and I.
Just about there, yeah.
But Zena is the Director of Sales and Marketing at Cavallo Point. I'm going to turn it over to you, Z. Love you.
Love you.
Hold on.
Yeah. You're back. Hi, everybody. It's so great to be here and see all of your beautiful faces. I represent, as John said, Cavallo Point. So we're located in Sausalito, California, just about 2 miles from the edge of San Francisco. But we are on 45 acres of national parkland. So we are in a kind of resort setting overlooking San Francisco Bay and the Golden Gate Bridge. As Blair's property is, we're kind of perfectly socially distanced, no thoroughfares, common hallways, no guest elevators. Everything's nicely spread out to make it really feel safe and give everyone proper distance from each other. We are open. We were closed for 4 months earlier this year, but everything's been back open for several months now. So our spa is open. Restaurant, we're doing indoor dining. We've also put an outdoor tent outside so you can dine and see the Golden Gate Bridge at the same time. We have all sorts of neat activities, hiking, watercolor painting, cooking school, spa, of course, biking. So there's a lot to do without having to get close to anybody else, which is kind of nice. In terms of me, I have 2 little kids. I have a 5.5-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter, and they've been keeping us really busy. They've been whisked away this morning so they don't come in here and, you know, have a show for you. But we've been trying to keep them busy in between juggling our jobs. And so we've found all sorts of new activities to do. We found a pool to go to. We've been golfing with them. So it's a full-time job just to keep them entertained. And we've been doing lots of cooking around here and biking. So in Northern California, you know, we have very mild climate and it's been really warm up until this week. So we've been enjoying the outdoors here. So I hope you'll come visit us soon.
I am. Actually, the Sirota family holiday tour will begin at Cavallo Point for a couple nights. So
awesome. We can't wait to have you.
Can't wait to be there.
I'll be coming soon. Actually, a quick update, because I know some of you have asked specifically about this, my crazy J.MAK mobile. And it was supposed to be delivered on the 9th, but you know, they're blaming everything on COVID these days. So it looks like it's going to ship by Friday from Ohio, and I should have it in the next week or so. And hopefully I'll be driving it across the country, not in the snow, Tim, but hopefully I'll be driving my RV out to see our friends at the properties, and also those of you that are out on the West Coast and everywhere in between. Audrey, I know you're on the way, so I can stop on my way to see you. And I know Julie and a couple of others have said they're heading out to California soon. So I see you guys chatting about that. But that's what this is really all about, you know, not only getting to know one another here, but if you are going to be in the area of some of these great places, you should visit them. I mean, they're such kind of iconic, whether they're new or old. It's just, we're really lucky to have such a strong collection in California. I mean, not many people can have this many people on a call. You know, Proper alone has several in the state. You know, as you know, I lived out there for a long time too, so it means a lot to me. But I'll be coming your way if the weather keeps holding here. It's been in the 70s in New York, so I'm lucky I'm having California weather this week. Anyhow, I'll shut up now, Jeff.
And actually, also another update
Oh,
on the J-List Awards.
oh, the J-List Awards. Yes, there was.
Recount.
So,
We've had a recount.
yeah.
So we're still tallying votes.
We hope to have the votes answered tomorrow, but there's no shenanigans, we promise you,
There's
with
been
the counting.
nothing fraudulent.
How about Baby Mac?
Oh, well, Baby Mac, oh, wow. She's definitely keeping me busy. She's now 5 months. She's sleeping through the night. And I know some of you probably heard this from last week's Euro call, but she's really doing her job. I mean, I have to say she's easy compared to the other. She's much easier than dealing with hoteliers and travel advisors, I assure you. She sleeps, she eats. It's great. I still wondered why my lunatic husband wanted another, but I have to say the best part about it, and I think all of you that have kids know this, especially if you have more than one, but the beauty of seeing her so excited by Kanan. I mean, she watches him like a hawk. I mean, it's like a travel agent waiting for the commission to come in. You know, see, they're really on it, you know, but sorry for my horrible jokes. Julie's laughing, at least somebody's laughing. Whitney laughed, but I think that part of it for me, when I started to see her reaction to Kanan, it's like, you know, usually my reaction from the advisors, they usually laugh at me. It's kind of a great thing to watch, and COVID actually is one of the good things that's I've been able to be home more with them and watch them grow together. So it's great. Kanan's actually at camp today because it's you know, it's Veterans Day and there's no school, so he's running around driving, and this is to Blair and Zena. His camp's on 250 acres, so he's tearing up the entire campgrounds, I'm sure. But thank you for asking about baby, and I know you're busy with your. Zena and I had our first babies, you know, very close together, about a half a month. But guess what? She actually had to have the baby. I didn't, so it makes it a little easier. Jeff, reel me in quick.
Well, so I'm probably not having a baby anytime soon, but I would consider a puppy. So on that note, we had a question about which properties are pet friendly. I feel like most are. I know Blair was already.
Oh, Tim's going to turn his video off.
All of them.
All of them. I mean, how can you not be seen with your dog in LA? It's kind of like, right? Yeah. Angel, yours is, right?
I'm a
No,
cat
we
guy.
are. We have these really cute dog amenities for anyone traveling with their dogs. They have their own restaurant menu. And then a really nice advantage that we have being dog friendly is that we have the William Hart Dog Park next to us. So you don't have to go far to let your dog out. Very cute dog park that used to be William Hart's old home back in the day, who has now converted the house into a reading studio and then the backyard into the dog area. So very convenient for anyone traveling with their dogs.
What about him? What does he get?
Oh, he also gets a little catnip. Some milk. He gets a little glass of milk.
I do walk my cat. I mean, so for those of you that I do, I'm going to be featured in the newspaper in Kingston, New York about walking my cat. I mean, it's completely nuts.
Okay, so we want to get more specific. Large dogs, AKA golden retrievers, okay as well.
Wow.
Yes.
That must be Marianne Scully.
Zena is, no, it's Cindy.
Yeah, we're dog friendly as well. Yeah.
Okay, and Blair was saying, have a conversation about it.
We have, you know, because we run cattle and things, you know, we definitely have to discuss it. We by nature are not a dog friendly, just because of the cattle operation, but we make a lot of exceptions. You know, it just has to be a conversation and an understanding of clients and, you know, behaviors and a few guidelines.
Can't be herding those cattle with the dogs.
Precisely, it happens. It's like, oh.
So guys, what about, oh, and Tim, oh, we lost Tim. Okay, I think Tim had to go. So what about keeping it lighthearted, COVID protocol, like anything exciting that you guys have discovered that has come about because of COVID, like anything new policy-wise or maybe like service-wise that you guys are doing that you think might even last post COVID? Anything exciting?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to start. I mean, obviously, during this whole period, we had to all take a step back to consider what people were looking for in this new world, you know. And I think the offers out there for most hotels, not just for ours, are pretty aligned right now. You know, we're all focusing on staycations. We're all focusing on extended stays. We're focusing more on workations now. Inspirational workspaces, you know, that are not necessarily in a guest room, you know, but having all these beautiful outdoor spaces at all of our properties obviously help. And, you know, all the outdoor activities that people can focus on when they're coming to our properties. So we had to move pretty quickly on making all these changes, obviously, to host guests safely. And we had to innovate our programming around all of this. And programming in partnership for the Proper brand has always been like a core pillar for us. So we've just kind of built that around, you know, what's working during these times. So we started a partnership with a workspace company called Industrious, you know, competitor of WeWork, Neue Haus, you know, they do it in a very upscale way. So we thought they were perfectly on brand, and we established an office setup in our guest rooms with them. So guests can actually book our guest rooms and suites as office space from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Or they can also extend to spend the night there with a couple of extra perks, basically, when they're booking these. And wellness has always been super important for us. You know, we've continued to do wellness programming in our outdoor spaces. You know, there's a company called Ricari that does outdoor massages and lymphatic drainages. And we're working with a company that does eyebrow sculpting, poolside manicures and pedicures. We're doing Pilates sessions. We're doing sound baths on the rooftops. You know, anything that you can do in those outdoor spaces. But also on, you know, the more fun and shopping side, we're working together with different fashion brands. Oliver Peoples sunglasses, for example, they have a partnership with us where guests can actually get a pair of sunglasses and wear them throughout their stay and then return them. Or they can have chauffeured limousine service to the next store here in Malibu. And have a concierge shopping experience, exactly. And then we're also working with a company called Tapan Collective that has artists in residency at our properties, where they can, where they actually produce artwork, and that artwork is being exhibited throughout that period when we have them. And let's see, what else are we doing? We're doing supper series at Hotel June. We actually launched a new brand during this crazy time. For those of you who have not heard, we took over the old Custom Hotel here on the west side of LAX, renovated that for 1.5 years, and launched a new spin-off brand of Proper. Proper's little sister, Proper's more affordable cousin, we could say. A very unique lifestyle property here close to Playa del Rey. Yeah, and then we're doing these supper club series with different spirit partners every week. And yeah, we just built our offers around all of that stuff that works and that's happening right now.
I think it's an important time for that, actually. Funny enough, we have Mountain Shadows in Paradise Valley, actually, Arizona. And I had a client, an advisor that was trying to book a group, and, you know, it just wasn't the right price point for the group. And I think, you know, these days we want to capture everything. I mean, all of us, I think the advisor, the hotels, and they ended up, I said, you know, they have a sister property. It's the Hotel Valley Ho. And, you know, we recommended them there. They booked this huge group. They ended up hiring us to represent Hotel Valley Ho too. So, I mean, it was a win-win for everyone. The advisor, when she booked it, it was a 10% commission. And then we launched it a week after, and she got 15% commission. So there's lots of things I think that are coming out of this where we're thriving too. I mean, yes, it's been difficult and challenging, but I think we're finding ways like Proper, you know, we represent all things Proper now, whether it be June, like Patrick was just saying, also the Avalon brand in Palm Springs and Beverly Hills. It's kind of an interesting time of finding ways to be creative and stay visible. And I think, that goes the same for us.
Hey, Patrick, how do people book those day, do they have to be a member to book the day rooms to use as office space, or how do
No, not at all. We actually have them on our website. It's called Work From Proper. You just go to our offers page, go on there and make the booking. It brings you to an email. And obviously they're fully commissionable, like guest rooms. It's just that it's slightly discounted off your normal daily rate, and you have special perks. You still have access to the gym, the pools on our rooftops. You'll have snacks and a choice of cold brew and an espresso machine set up in the guest rooms and all that. Ergonomic work chairs, all of that stuff. To make your work day as enjoyable as possible.
That's the
Well,
work
JMAK,
at
the
Troutbeck.
JMAK office is going to move up there next month. Get ready.
Can't wait.
I just want to add a few things briefly on what Patrick mentioned. So during this COVID time, we really focus on health and wellness. And as all of us hoteliers, we have a large room inventory, and not all of them were taken. So we decided to take our rooms and the ones with the terrace and we started partnering, as Patrick mentioned, with a few great, successful women. So we use one of our terraces to provide spa treatment with Recovery Studio. We use one of our terraces for one-on-one Pilates sessions. We have the manicure, the pedicure. We have the Chanel eyebrow artist with us in residence for the next 3 months at least. We've been doing facials, and the list is gonna be never ending. We keep innovating, being creative. And one last thing which became quite a successful thing at the hotel, as we can't host any meetings, we turn a boardroom into a hot gym. So the gyms we operate in following all COVID protocols, it's one guest at a time or one party at a time for 1 hour. Then we spend 30 minutes opening the windows, sanitizing everything, and so that we are ready for the next guest. And the boardroom is a hot gym that we keep at 85 degrees with cardio equipment, weights. And some people in the peak of summer were telling us what's wrong with you guys? It's 100 degrees and outside, why do you need this gym at 85 degrees? But most people became obsessed with our gym and are staying with us and extending their stay so they can work out as well and work in the heat.
Yeah, think Bikram yoga just with a fully equipped gym, basically.
Oh my God, I need it. Getting hot already.
You know how crazy we are in LA for all this wellness and workout stuff. It's such a cliche, but it's so true. We love it. Sorry.
Anybody else? Anything kind of new, creative, different because of COVID? We also had a question in terms of capacity. Does any property have a restriction in terms of, can you not book out 100%? I mean, I know we'd all wish to be 100% right now, but is it possible to book fully, or do you have any sort of cap on the amount of rooms you would take right now?
I think the guidelines are pretty simple, the social distancing applies mainly for F&B outdoor restaurants. So in LA County, you can only operate outdoor dining. Tables have to be 6 feet distance. When it comes to hotels, I don't know, some of our friends will say we cap it up to 50% or 25 or 30%. The truth is that if you keep your rate and if you keep your brand as it was before COVID, there is no way, or at least for most of us, to be running a hotel at capacity. So us, we're not capping it, but obviously when we reach 50%, we're happy, which is already 140 rooms, 150 rooms. We don't want to increase this because we think the experience is not going to be nice for guests staying in-house. So we keep our rates and we wait and we monitor this way.
Yep.
Cindy
And again,
was
it's different.
Oh, sorry.
For different properties, for example, in Palm Springs, where our hotels are running at capacity every weekend, we're basically running full house. Thank God for the LA drive-in market. There, we have to be fully staffed because we have a full hotel at capacity to operate every weekend. So that has, of course, helped. Yeah.
Yeah, I was out
For
there.
us, we're running about, weekends tend to be really busy. So we're running 80 to 90% occupied on the weekends, and then less so on the weekdays. So I think there's, you know, some great rates deployed midweek for anyone who wants to get away during the week. And
I think that's the key. I mean, trying to convince clients, and I'm sure you're all doing this, but like literally I'm here at Troutbeck now on a Wednesday, and it's a holiday, and it's soft where I was here, you know, just a couple of days ago, and it was just packed. I'd prefer to come, you know, when it's less crowded, regardless of whether COVID is happening or not.
And I mean, we're seeing that everywhere, right? The whole workcation thing, you know, combining your business and leisure activities by staying in a nice hotel during the week makes all the sense in the world if you can work from anywhere, which is most of us, right?
Totally.
I'm going to ask, I'm going to actually answer first. Sydney asked a question about do you have a minimum night stay? And I would say, I know that the hotels have them in place, you know, over busy periods, but they also are really being flexible. So we're seeing flexibility across the board from really whether you're, I don't care if it's Blair or all the way up in Mendocino, or if it's, you know, Patrick down in Santa Monica or West Hollywood with Angel. The hotels are really being flexible to find ways to get business on the books, and that's good for all of us. And they've really been accommodating. We've even seen it happening with the few bookings that we've had in Europe. They're really trying to find ways to just make things work. I think
flexible on cancellation too. So, you know, if somebody wants to make a reservation and last minute they just can't make it. I mean, for us, we're doing 24-hour cancellation, and if, you know, if it's within 24 hours and you give us a call, we'll definitely look at it as well. So, so at least people can have the confidence that if they need to change plans last minute, we're not going to penalize them.
Julian, are you doing dinner on the rooftop?
Yes, and the rooftop has been like the biggest portion of the hotel. It's like
that was for your French cousin.
I think it's cuisine.
Just really quick with Sunset Tower, we are also very flexible. We're really nice advantage about us is we're an independent hotel, so our flexibility is a lot stronger with the cancellation clauses. On the same day, 24 hours, any of the wedding blocks that anyone has, you know, we're here to help you shine. So the flexibility is there with the cancellation. The rates right now, so anything that we can do to help. We're also being very creative with packages right now as well. We have the long-term packages for anyone traveling from East Coast to West Coast, want to stay a little longer. We have long-term stay packages that we're offering in our suites. And then again, everything is last minute. So any flexibility that you need, you can always reach out directly. And we're there to help you, help your client feel comfortable with traveling. So anything that we can do, we're here to help. Oh, just one more thing really quick with the cat picture that you showed, J.MAK. So Nacho Flay, which is Bobby Flay's cat, who he travels with all the time, was a long-term guest of ours in one of our townhouses.
Where are those pictures?
Just to tell you, you can, if you follow Nacho, you can see the pictures.
You know, you dog people get everything. What about us? What about us cat people?
Yeah.
Did Nacho come alone, or was he with Bobby?
No, both. But you know, just gives you a little example of how cat-friendly we can be as well.
Just keep in mind, there are more cats. Just keep in mind, there are more cats in America than dogs. Just be warned. It's true. It's a fact. You can fact check it. Sorry, Jeff.
I wanted to mention too,
going on my, you know how Zena.
Bobby Flay kind of comes off as a cat guy to me. It makes sense.
I thought of him as a dog guy myself.
Blair.
Yes. We too, you know, I would just echo everything that, you know, these other hotels have already stated. We're definitely, you know, probably the two most overused words in 2020 is pivot and fluid. So we certainly apply those to our cancellations and, you know, our reservations. Really, we are booking up, you know, again, we're a small property. We have, you know, we're luxury, we're 10 units. So it doesn't take much to fill us on weekends, but the deals and the availability exists on the weekdays. And it's a wonderful experience. And again, there really isn't that much difference in weekdays and weekends as everyone's working from home, etc. So it's fun to slowly see, you know, this paradigm changing a little bit, and that people are taking advantage of the weekdays a little more. And then as far as things that exist for COVID, again, we're leaning into specials, and we find that people are staying on property. And as a result, we are being creative more with our picnics and our packages and our excursion. People are taking advantage of horseback riding, certainly our UTV tours, because of the size of our property, you know, of over 2,000 acres. We've identified over 7 distinct microclimates, and we have a lot of natural history and, you know, Native American history with the Pomo and the Zuki Indians. So it's fun to be able to share that with our guests, and people are really responding and are excited about that. And then we have so many state parks and, you know, beaches. But again, we're very outdoors, you know, focused, and we're able to be in this time, which is really a gift of COVID. And I think that as people discover our property, I don't think that will go away. And it's been really gratifying to see people come to the ranch and then just like park their car and not pull out their wallet or their car keys once they've landed. And we're really excited about that, and hopefully that trend continues.
And just FYI, guys, we just for those of you that might have jumped on late, Teresa, I see you down there. Hi, T-Bar. I just want to make it clear that like this is really supposed to be about connecting all of you together. So there should be no, you know, hard feelings if you have to jump off and take another call, or you're booking something at the same time. We're going to continue to do these, and we want them to be kind of free-spirited and fun, and not just talking about, you know, COVID policies and the misery of the current, you know, climate we're in.
Because by the way, they're all on the website. So
yeah,
COVID policy.
Yeah,
go to JMAK.
And it's been fun. You know, I think it's been fun to have a different angle on this than maybe you know, what some of the others are doing. And it's never the same. It's always a little bit different. Clearly, we're in different places every time. And like we try to answer the questions, because I think one of the things that's most irritating to me when I do a Zoom call is if I do have a question, I kind of feel like I want it answered now. And if I don't get it answered during the time, I feel like you've lost it somehow. You've lost that question. So keep them coming, and we'll do our best to answer.
Yeah, does anybody have
and by the way, for those of you that yeah, I'm going to be jumping off soon because I'm going to an advisor lunch right here at Chopek.
Yeah, if anybody has any other questions, feel free to just type them in. We can answer them before we wrap things up.
I mentioned with, since we're seeing so much family travel these days with, you know, kids Zooming from home and everything, we're seeing that like kids have longer blocks of time off. Like sometimes they don't have a Zoom on Monday, or for Thanksgiving week, they're off for the entire week instead of just the few days. So, you know, we are, and all our hotels, I'm sure, are welcoming families and with a lot of activities and a lot of events around the holidays to enjoy as well. So, you know, for us, we're doing a whole bunch of activities around Thanksgiving, and we're doing activities around Christmas. So, you know, families can come and take advantage of a longer length of stay and enjoy the holidays in a safe and fun way.
Love it. All right.
No other questions.
I guess no other questions. Okay. Any final thoughts, anybody? The panel is speechless. All right, everybody. Well, J.MAK's hungry, so we're going to let him go.
I'm happy to talk. I'm going to check on them. I'll be back.
All
to
right.
see if they're
You might
going.
just say bye. I think we're saying goodbye.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
At 12:45?
Nobody has any other questions.
It's so sad.
Sorry, J.MAK.
Well, I'll say just a couple more things. As you know, I can never shut up. But first of all, thank you for everyone for joining. I know it's not easy with everything going on, whether you're attending an advisor lunch or driving an RV across country or, running a hotel. I think it's critical to stay connected. I don't think you want to overdo it. We try not to do too much of this. We like a little bit, and we complement it with, our social media posts. We love when you guys are posting, whether it's Katie moving to Sonoma or Julie going on her California, adventure. We want to see your posts, and it doesn't necessarily have to be specific to just our properties. We're celebrating each other. We're celebrating each other in travel. We love to see what you're doing. We love to see, whether it's Patrick tying the knot or, Julian's daughter. I'm not sure what she was making there on the counter. Julian, what was that? She making egg?
She was making a French quiche.
Oh.
So, these are the kinds of things like I am watching, and I think many of you are too. And I think we should be celebrating some of these kind of fun. Ellen's nodding her head, I see, with her glasses on. She probably wants a pair of those glasses, the Oliver Peoples, Patrick. And Evelyn agrees with me, by the way, about cats, just so you know.
Yes.
But I think, celebrating these things and
George's dog.
and I do love dogs, don't get me wrong, I do. I just, cats are wild, they're more, they're not quite more like people, they're aliens. Anyway, my point was, when you are sharing your social media and your stories, and you tag us, we share them as well. So it's really a nice way of sharing the excitement about what you're doing and what your clients are seeing. And I think, we really are all in this together. And I think the more that we kind of stay visible as advisors or hoteliers, whatever it is you're doing, I know it seems like a lot, but there are many other things that you're not doing. So I think continuing to stay visible in every aspect of your life, it's kind of like television. I'm looking at the screen right now and I can't count that high, but there's like 20 images on the screen. It's just like having the remote control in your hand. You may want to watch, the Travel Channel or the Food Network or, MTV or, Playgirl, who knows? There's so many channels, and I think sharing the channels of what you're doing personally and professionally are what we're seeing are really helping our advisors and our hoteliers stay connected. And I think it's a great way to do that, whether you're hiking or walking or running or, picking up dog poop, whatever it is. It's all out there. And I think it's a great distraction also from, oh my God, Whitney, I just saw it's you. Sorry. I get excited when I see these guys. Magda's here. Now, wait a minute. I got to tell a story about Magda because it ties back to Dina.
See you tomorrow.
Magda was at Casto Travel when I started my first job at the Park Hyatt. It was literally across the street. And Dina was just, a little assistant then. Anyhow, it's nice to see you, Magda.
Look at me now.
Oh, there's Kenny. Finally turned the video on. For God's sakes. But we can't hear you, Ken. You have to unmute.
I was on 3 other calls.
Well, tomorrow we're doing something interesting with Travel Edge where I'm actually going to be live here from Troutbeck with the managing director, and Jeff is actually going to be live from Ken's office.
Yeah, I was actually helping set that up, so that's why I was off. So I had you on in my heart.
Do to, I think, make things more interesting. Oh wait, George has his dog there, I see. George, don't put her down. Anyway, oh my God, I'm starting to ramble, Jeff. Help.
I mentioned George's dog like 10 minutes ago. Oh, and now we've got some cats. All right, guys.
Oh, Jane has a pretty photo up.
We're cutting this off. All right. Thanks everybody for joining. Appreciate your time. And
Thank you.
I'll see you in the RV soon.
Guys, come and visit.
Thank you. Be safe.
Bye, everybody.
Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
Wear your mask.
Bye all.
Where's my mask, J.MAK?
Love you guys. Oh, here's John. Say
Oh, John.
goodbye, John. Wait.
Hi, John.
Bye, everybody.
From Troutbeck. All right, I'm jumping off. This is great.